And we are live. What's up, guys? Welcome to Fresh Air Podcast. Today, we're going to be talking about dating. We're going to bring it back to the roots with Caseyredbeard. Let's get into it.
Let's go! And we are back.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the Fresh Air Podcast, man. It is Wednesday, which means we're going to be covering dating, guys. As you guys know, we've pivoted away and we've done a bunch of different things, whether it's geopolitics, self-improvement, real estate investing, cryptocurrency.
Politics.
What's going on in the news, etc. We cover everything on this podcast, but today we're going to bring it back to the grassroots of how we started, which is helping you guys do better with the ladies. Don't forget that we've been doing, the podcast started as a dating podcast, and then we obviously expanded because we realized, wait, hold on one second. You guys are fat, you guys smell, you guys talk weird. No wonder you're struggling with women, so we had to kind of turn it more into a self-improvement podcast because your dating is going to suffer unless you improve all areas of your life.
Yes.
So that's kind of why we've expanded to make you a more competent and well-rounded individual altogether. So, but we're bringing it back to the grassroots for today. Today's episode, we got Casey in the house. We're going to be talking about dating in the modern day, utilizing Instagram, texting, etc., and essentially kind of getting your profile out there and maximizing your ROI in the dating market,
and
which
we did
is far
a show
more competitive.
Last week, Do Looks Matter? Fire interview with Casey. Shout out to him. Welcome back, brother. We know who you are. Let's tell the audience who you are, Casey. Welcome back.
Sure. Am I going to be on? There's going to be a video. Oh, there I am. There's a video for me. Cool. I was just going to ask that. Cool. Yeah. So I'm good friends with Fresh and Fit. I think everybody knows that by now. I've known Fresh and Fit since before Fresh and Fit even existed. I met them the same day that they met each other. And like my good friends Fresh and Fit, I also do dating and red pill content, specifically a lot more dating content. And I'm quickly earning this reputation online as the honest dating coach, or so to speak. There's some good people in the niche. There's some snake oil salesmen in the niche that give everybody a bad name. But most of my YouTube comments will be something like, finally somebody telling it how it is, finally somebody who doesn't sugarcoat it, etc. And to kind of demonstrate that for you, I'll say things that I'm not financially incentivized to say as a dating coach, but I want to keep it 100% real, 100% raw for you guys and not hold back. So 2 quick uncomfortable truths just to kind of back up my claim as the honest dating coach. Number 1, if you're not at least a 6 out of 10 in America, looks, height, muscle mass, charisma, money, game, understanding of female psychology, all that rolled into one. If you're not at least a 6 out of 10, you're cooked, bro. Your only options are to date.
Keep it
your only
real,
options
bro.
are to
Keep it
date
real.
mid chicks.
He ain't lying.
Yeah, for real. You got it. Your only options are to date mid chicks, or date foreign women in the U.S., or date foreign women abroad, which we'll talk a lot about more on that. So we'll get to that in a second. The other harsh reality is this. Once a girl is really beautiful, 7.5, 8, 8.5, and above, ultimately, at the end of the day, 9 out of 10 of them anyway, of these truly beautiful girls, they're only going to be with a guy that's financially supporting them. So if you're not earning at least $15K in the US or abroad, anywhere from, let's say, I don't know, 6 to 7, 9K, something like that.
$15K a month, right?
They're not going to stick with you. Yeah, K, yeah, 1,000 a month, exactly. Yeah, 6 to 7K a month. Yeah, we're talking about thousands of dollars per month here. If you're not earning at least that, they're not going to stick around long term, the majority of them. Now, these women may sleep around and have fun with a nice giga chad. Girls love handsome, tall men. That's no secret. Looks matter a lot. They're not the end determining factor, but they matter a lot. But listen, at the end of the day, a really square, chiseled jawline and a defined set of six-pack abs, they don't pay the bills. And these girls are not going to work. They're going to be taken care of. So yeah, 2 harsh truths right out the gate, but there's still hope. Modern dating has changed a lot. We're going to talk about how it's changed. And despite being in a terrible situation, how men can still win and succeed even despite these, let's say, less than ideal conditions for men in 2024.
Casey, let me ask you this. Me and you have done fucking deep dives on this topic so many times. I remember countless nights, pause, where we'd stay up late and talk about this and figure out where the problem started, right? We've had many theories. I kind of want the audience to get a glimpse of one of our conversations that we have behind closed doors so they can kind of see how analytical we are with the dating market. What do you think was the cause root of the problem that led to the environment that we have today, or problems in this case?
Yeah, so it's two things. It's feminism and it's the rise of social media. So starters for feminism. It's no secret that feminism teaches women to be rough around the edges, very masculine, very aggressive, and overall just kind of harbor a distrust and I dare say a generalized hatred towards men in their hearts. So men don't start off as neutral in the woman's book. They already start off, the hashtag men are trash, men are garbage. If you ever get on TikTok, it's all these women, complaining men are garbage, men suck, this and that. And then partially also because of feminism, but partially also because of the rise of social media. Let's take Jenny in the early 90s or Jenny in the early 2000s. Jenny was pretty. Jenny would go to work. She may get hit on by the same pathetic schlubs in her little office job, selling insurance or whatever. Then Jenny might go to the gym and go home. She'll go on the weekends in her little town of Pittsburgh. She may get some of the better guys in her suburb near Pittsburgh, guys who earned 180K. And she was comparing what she deserves, those little local guys in Pittsburgh. Okay, that was Jenny in the 90s. Now Jenny on social media, oh my God, in 2024, the modern day version of Jenny, bro, she is getting blown up on every social media platform possible. Instagram, Bumble, Hinge. She's, guys in Dubai, celebrities,
green.
athletes, things like that.
Yeah.
And because they're getting this constant validation, their standards are just absolutely comically, it's actually quite funny how high their standards are. So it'd be those two things, the general hatred that they're taught from feminism and just the bombardment of free, easy validation from social media and dating apps. I would say that's the two reasons why modern dating is so messed up.
I got another
Just
thing.
your point. The absence of fathers in the household, bro. They're taught to hate men from the very beginning. So you know what nowadays, I mentioned this on other podcasts, girls nowadays are selling to men the cat as a prerequisite because you know what? Men are beneath me. If you want this cat so bad, pay me for it. That's the reality of nowadays, bro. And it's scary because that is what they feel about men. They hate men generally.
Now, so we've identified two of the root causes here with feminism and the rise of social media, etc. And Casey, you've been all over the world. I think right now you're in a certain continent far away. I don't want to say unless you want to actually tell the people where you're at.
He's black now.
So we see that feminism, social media, etc. It's kind of corrupting younger women, etc., and they tend to be the most attractive. What is the biggest differences you've noticed when it comes to these two problems of feminism and social media? What is the biggest differences when you go abroad and go to these other countries?
Like Colombia,
versus
Brazil.
the United States and the West?
Yeah, I'll say it. I'm in Africa. I'm in Kenya. I'm out here deep. I'm not your little sister's passport bro that, went south to Mexico or took a little trip to Medellin where all the other people go. So yeah, I'm out here deep. And sorry, the question was, what's the biggest difference between
how have these two factors that have affected dating in the West, feminism, etc., how have they impacted the countries that are not Western abroad?
Yeah.
Or if any? What's the differences?
Yeah, so feminism exists. America sets the trend. Everybody follows in America's footsteps with literally everything, all the cultural movements, all the, let's say, medical movements and the medical rules, if you get what I'm trying to insinuate at. So America sets the standard in a lot of things, and feminism is one of them. It just doesn't go nearly as far. Feminism goes towards more what I would call the, acceptable levels of, women are more than just baby factories that are just the slave of the man and can never have an opinion. That women should have the right to speak up. Women should have, if they want to work. I don't necessarily think it's a great idea for women to have a hardcore grueling 9 to 5, but whatever. That's more the feminism overseas, is that if the woman wants to work but doesn't go into this thing of like women should be more masculine and dominate over the man, and all men are trash, and this generalized hatred of men. Women still like men overseas. This is kind of like there's an expression, a high tide raises all boats. So some people think that, and this is a common misconception with passport bros, that, oh, the second you go overseas and you're a 5'11", average looking white guy with blue eyes, they all line up for you. The 3s and the 4s do, not the beautiful girls that I'll show in a second to kind of like show receipts, not to brag or anything, but I guess to show some type of authority and convince you why you should listen to me. I'll show some receipts, but yeah, I mean, they're not They're not taught to hate men, and they're also a lot less superficial, and they are just more open to dating a guy where the chemistry and the connection is good, charisma, things like that. But I will say, there's one thing that is universal, which is the money. Unfortunately, in most places, there may be some exceptions. I've been to like 25 countries, maybe 75 cities, but at the end of the day, from what I've seen, all the truly beautiful girls, the ones that I go after, they are monetizing their looks. So it's not like you get a passport and they all line up for you and they're all perfect and they're all well behaved and they never cheat and any guy has a chance. It's still a challenge over here. They're just more pleasant. They're more feminine. And yeah, it's overall just a lot better. They treat you better.
Would you say in the United States, right, it's tough to just kind of get the girl on a date? We know the flake rate, right, is ridiculous, right? This is the big reason why so many guys struggle in the United States is because women flake. They have too many options. There's this delusional sense of perceived status that's higher than the man every single time, almost like a girl that's a 6 thinks that she's entitled to a guy that's like a 9.5 or a 10, top tier guy. Does that play in as much when you're foreign?
Yes and no. So it also depends on the city, right? So I have this thing so let me back up here. The golden rule of being a passport bro, the number one rule you do not disobey if you're a passport bro is you do not go to another country where dating wouldn't be any easier than it is in your home country. So I've never been to Paris, France, but I have a good friend that I made recently who's French, another westernized country. He says it's the same thing. The women all want a guy who's, 6'5" and, blue eyes. What's that song go? 6'5", trust fund, blue eyes. They all want a guy like that there. So yeah, it makes no sense to go to, or even like Sao Paulo, Brazil. I love Brazil. I had some pretty good success in Brazil. Actually, let me show some of my receipts. Not all these girls come from Sao Paulo. This is like an accumulation of many years of dating and kind of keeping girls in the folder. But as I just kind of go through these, a place like Sao Paulo, there's 65 billionaires in Sao Paulo. I couldn't even tell you how many. This is a girl from Sao Paulo, by the way, though. I couldn't even tell you. This is like mostly a mixture of Colombia and Brazil.
I think it's here right now.
I couldn't even tell you how many multimillionaires there are. Sorry, did you say something?
No, go ahead. Keep going.
We can see
Okay.
it.
Yeah. So, and also you got a lot of competition, right? For example, if I was to go to the Philippines, I'm equivalent to 6'2", 6'3" over there. There's a bit of white worship. White people have a lot of advantage. It's what I would say is like game on quote unquote easy mode. The truly beautiful chicks are always still a challenge in any market, but it really depends on the city. I see a lot of passport bros messing it up, and we'll talk about this more. I'm gonna coin this term. When you're going overseas a lot of the time, even if you're not, objectively like a hunky, attractive guy, like I'm certainly not, you can also be what I call niche hot or niche attractive. So if you go to a place like the typical thing is like black guy in the Nordic countries or
Sweden,
white
Germany.
guy in Southeast Asia.
Good.
Yeah. So it depends. It depends on the city a lot as well. But overall, things are much easier no matter where you go. But I prefer going to smaller towns. Like there's I won't say the name. I'll kind of gatekeep the city so it doesn't get too popular. There's a city. So Sao Paulo is difficult. Rio de Janeiro is difficult. There's a city that I won't say right now. I'll gatekeep this for a bit, but it is like in Pac-Man, how like the ghosts are all chasing you and you're weak and frail and you can't touch the ghosts. But then you get the power pellet and you like level up and it's like, oh shit, the script is flipped and now you're eating the ghosts and now the ghosts, chase or run away from you and now you got the power. Now the ball's in your court. That's what this city is. It's like your Pac-Man that ate the power pellet.
Let me ask you this, Casey, because you were mentioning, different things when you go foreign. So when you're in America, right? You're dealing with girls that are flaky, they're time wasters, they just want attention, they might not even meet up on a date, etc. They're trying to finesse. Would it be fair to say that when you're foreign, America, you're filtering out time wasters and flakers, and foreign, you're filtering out, working girls, so to speak, from regular chicks?
Yeah, I'd say that's fair to say. So we have a process which we can talk about. Actually, first I'll answer your question. Then if you want, I can talk about my general screening process to kind of, drop some sauce.
Yeah.
But yeah,
And to be clear, you don't want to be dealing with working girls, right? And you could kind of tell the audience too why that's a bad idea. But keep going, please.
yeah, correct. And all the haters, all over my Instagram. It's Redbeard Rants 1, by the way, is my Instagram, and just Redbeard Rants is my YouTube. But all the haters, it's so outside of their reality to see a fairly normal, average-looking guy getting with all these girls. The reason is I have this amazing strategy, which we'll talk about later. I just have a really high-status social media profile that I put in front of a lot of women, but we'll talk about that later. Yes, there's a ton of working girls in Brazil, Colombia. There's also the harsh reality is, bro, any girl, like I said, that's a 7.5 or 8, she's monetizing her looks in some way. Overseas, it's a bit more direct monetization, like directly pay for play. But even with time, right? Like a girl could just open up the app, lazily, I'm going to swipe right once or twice. Okay, I got a bunch of high value guys. I'll lazily just give one word answers. He'll take me out. The guy's paying for the date. The guy's picking her up. And she saved a shitload of time by just using the app for about 10 seconds to get the match versus the guy's got, I mean, dude, Myron, we have you a full-time online dating virtual assistant. Even you, 6'3", muscular, defined physique, celebrity. Even you don't have the time to swipe for these hoes, right? It's a big time thing. So whether it's monetizing it directly, OnlyFans, actually being a prostitute, they're all monetizing their looks. But I would say, to answer your question, yes, it's definitely a bit more of a problem overseas to screen out the working girls. But it's not that hard, bro, especially in a place like Brazil. Colombia, you can get these like kind of transformers that'll go out on a date with you, and then later on they're like, my refrigerator broke.
Yeah,
and you're like,
that's
okay.
what I didn't like about Medellin, bro. That like they were all working. I was like, what the fuck, man?
See, the issue is the major points that people go to, like Medellin, Sao Paulo, right? Everyone knows those spots. So girls are like,
They
you know
fucked
what?
it up, right?
They know that we're coming there for this type of like, action and results. So they're gonna be, you know what? Let's prepare for these guys in advance. And from experience, they're like, oh, Americans come here. I know what to do. I'm gonna sell them what they want.
Isn't it incredible how this passport bro movement has exploded within probably the last, I would say, 5 to 10 years?
Because back in the day, bro, nobody knew about Medellin. It was like a hidden gem that if you knew, you knew. And then it's like, oh, Medellin everywhere, passport bros. Now everyone's going there. So, bro, it's not the same. It's like, it's weird now because everyone's prepared for what's happening.
Yeah, because dating has gotten so hard, and we have the internet, so guys are like, one guy puts out a video like, man, dating in America sucks. I'm going to go to Colombia. And everyone else is like, yeah, you're right. It does suck.
Yeah.
Wait, you're telling me there's a place I could go meet girls? And it's like a way to kind of, like Casey was saying before, you kind of increase your sexual market value by putting yourself in another geographic area, and you're more appreciated.
The problem is the guys that leave here to go there, guess what they're doing? They're imping because they know, oh, okay, just do this, and they can get the box.
They're paying, so they're fucking up for
And the
everybody
culture
else.
is all the way messed up because of that.
Yeah.
So, it sucks, bro.
Yeah,
What-
it gives a bad name,
You were
to
in
the guys who
Medellin for a
do it
while,
legitimately, like
Casey.
me.
You were in Medellin for a while, Casey. Can you tell us about like what made you leave and why you said, fuck it, I got to go somewhere else?
Oh Lord, this story. So let's make this one quick, give the short version. So
Sure.
Xenophobia, racism, whatever you want to call it. Colombia traditionally has been a very closed off country, especially the city of Medellin. They don't like even people from other cities, let alone gringos. And let's be real, they're very jealous. We're taller, we're better looking, we're more masculine, we're more intelligent, we make money in dollars. So yeah, it's very off-putting to see these, superior human beings just come into your city and, buy all the best property, take all the best girls. And then some gringo murdered this Colombiana that was like cheating on him, and she was humiliating him. She totally used and abused him.
Wow.
And listen, just because you cheat on your man and, use him doesn't mean you need to be murdered and, cut up. And I'm not justifying his actions, but then it created this huge gringo anti-wave, and they were just looking for the next target because I think he went to jail, maybe even committed suicide. I'm not sure, but they're like, who's the next target? They saw me throwing these amazing mansion parties. If you guys check my YouTube channel, I'll publish a video soon. And I've talked about this before. I used to throw these amazing 4-to-1, 5-to-1 kind of Dan Bilzerian style mansion parties, but they didn't like that. They didn't like seeing an average white guy, a balding ginger, taking all the hottest girls and kind of, running the whole fucking city, being the coolest kid in the city. and doing all these parties. And two feminists attacked me. They said that I was a pimp. They said that it was all just a cover. Oh, there are parties. Sure, there are parties. He's just there to, pimp out the girls. There were rumors from everything. I was selling drugs there to that, even a few underage girls at one point attended my parties, etc. All lies, all fake
news. They thought that you were the white Diddy. That's what they thought. That you were the white
exactly.
Diddy.
Colombia Diddy.
But you're not.
I could verify that the parties are pretty lit. We threw one when we were there last in Colombia. Yes. So I can absolutely confirm that they were a good time.
Yeah, good vibes.
Yeah. And then all the idiots and haters that make the hit pieces online say he got ran out of Colombia. He got ran out. First of all, what does run out even mean? Like they chased me to the airport with like flaming torches and pitchforks, like in cartoons. What does it mean to be run out of a country? Second of all, when all the horrible cancellation that the mayor of Medellin was tweeting about me, I was covered in national news. I was the talk of the town. I stayed for like 9 months afterwards. I continued to use Instagram ads to throw parties and put it in people's faces. And I left when I was good and ready. And
matter of fact, we were supposed to come the first time. Right before you went viral, we were supposed to come, if people remember. Yeah. We were supposed to go to Colombia, and then this stuff happened. You're like, hey, man, maybe right now might not be the best time. There's a lot of heat on me. It was supposed to be May. Mm-hmm. Then we ended up, this was May of last year. We were supposed to go there. Then we waited a few months. Then we went back in October. So you stood there for like another 5 months, or longer than that. But we came 5 months later.
And Casey, to your point, we did a podcast with some girls in Colombia. Same mindset. In Medellin. Isn't that crazy?
Slowly changing, yeah.
Holy smokes, bro.
Yeah.
Shocking.
Yeah, and, just very... I'm looking for a wifey, believe it or not. And people criticize me, why are you running through all these girls on your Instagram? You post nothing but girls and Latina booty shake, booty shake and this and that. And it's like, that's kind of how you meet your wifeys. You got to screen a lot of candidates. You got to go out with a lot of girls. That, and then just, very low IQ city. I don't need to go somewhere where I'm treated like a black guy in 1920s where everyone looks down upon you for being a gringo, or everyone assumes you're a sex trafficker, where all the top girls, like people go to Mady and say, I don't know why this guy had a problem. I do well. Bro, you do well with low class Tusi whores. Tusi is like this pink drug. It's ketamine and Molly.
Oh yeah, we know.
You date webcam models. Yeah. Like
that girl.
You're dating Tusi whores.
Car crash.
Yeah. So what now?
There's a girl that came on the show and then months later she gets really drugged up on this drug called Tusi, this pink like cocaine type drug, and she crashes into two people and kills them.
Okay, so let me ask you this. Can you explain to the people why they shouldn't be paying for box?
Yes.
Because obviously you're in these countries where it's extremely prevalent. A lot of guys, passport bros, just pay for box, get it over with, etc. Can you kind of go through your experience as to why guys shouldn't go down that road?
Yeah, so here's the thing. To be honest, and I put out a video like this, I don't per se have a problem of guys paying for box per se. The problem with paying for box is when you only do that and you lose your ability to seduce women naturally. Okay. It becomes this big crutch. I mean, you can think about it this way. For me to write scripts and publish a YouTube video might take me, 2 hours. Not every YouTube video is a hit. Some YouTube videos hit 10, 20, 30, 50K views, make me, $10,000 plus. And for me to go on a date with a chick, I'll invest, 5 hours with her. I could have scripted and filmed 2 YouTube videos and paid her what, $100, something like that. So maybe I'm the idiot. But the reason why paying for box, the downsides of it is you lose your swagger.
I get it.
You lose your ability to pick up women. You lose your ability to hold a strong masculine frame.
So like matter of fact. Like,
yeah, I'm the idiot.
Yeah, I'm the idiot. What am I doing? Wait, hold on. It's like,
what's the time?
It's like his senses started going off because we know he's one of the boys. Yeah. The J senses started going. I was like, wait, hold on 1 second.
Time, money, effort.
No. Yeah, I am Jewish, so the Jew sense came on. And I could talk about Jews because I am Jewish. That's the rules of woke culture. Genetically Jewish, not religiously. But what was I saying? You're
an idiot. You could have spent $100 and you instead of.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead.
But listen, it ruins your swagger around girls. Ultimately, the most fulfilling thing. I don't care how much of a young 21 high testosterone playboy you think you are. You're ultimately going to want love and a relationship. Even Myron, the most cold red pill guy in the world, has a loving relationship. And he did the reverse passport bro method. He got a foreigner inside of the U.S. So he's a passport bro of sorts, the reverse passport bro method. But yeah, ultimately, I mean, Myron, wouldn't you say having a long-term relationship and, the love that comes from a girlfriend that you can truly make a future with, that truly loves you, completely compliant and, I don't know, completely in under your frame and you take care of her and the sex is amazing, the chemistry is amazing. Isn't that 9 bajillion times more fulfilling than just running through a bunch of hoes?
Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, hell, when I deal with 304s, it makes me appreciate my chick even more. So like, you know, so no, absolutely. You know, you got to get the skill set first so that you can identify these women like you were describing before. But yeah, I mean, you know, every guy at some point you're going to want, you know, 1 or 2 or 3 main girls, depending on where you stand, your religious beliefs, how you feel about things, your morality. But yeah, man, I mean, you always need at least one main chick.
Yeah, absolutely. So do you guys want to talk about, I don't know, some dating app stuff or some online dating
so we
stuff? Or
talked
do you have any
about,
other questions
let's,
for me?
Let's kind of go through this quick recap, right? For the audience that is just tuning in. So we went over the problems, right? Why we are where we are today
Social
in the
media,
dating world,
feminism.
in modern society, in the West especially. Then we talked about one of the ways to kind of combat that, which is, you know, going abroad. Your sexual market value increases, etc. But for some of you guys, you might not necessarily want to leave the United States. You're tied here by your job. You're tied down by family, whatever it is, other obligations. You might not have the ability to be an expat. So, so Casey kind of has a system, right? And you guys can see he's not the best looking guy. He's pretty ugly. But you know, no. I'm just, you know, Casey.
Aren't we all?
Casey, what? You're 5'10", right? Average build, lighter skin, receding hairline,
balding.
Right? Somewhat balding,
yeah.
Right? You did a hair transplant like me, smart move. But the point is, besides me just kind of making jokes on you, it proves that if you got a good system in place, you can absolutely still, you know, crush it and make things work despite having maybe a lower sexual market value in a competitive place in the West.
I mean,
like the West.
We've seen in the show, After Hours, we ask the girls, question, your boyfriend, how'd you meet him? Your husband, how'd you meet him? They say all the time, I kid you not, Casey, Instagram, dating apps.
Yep.
That's the new meta to meet girls nowadays for long-term relationships in general. Hinge, of course, is the main one. And you're wondering to yourself, okay, wait a minute. Everyone's inside, but they want to have people they can meet. How do they do this? It's social media, hands down. Now, Casey has built a system where you can literally stay at your crib, master the system, and get results from your house. I did this back in the day all the time where Casey's seen it live. I'll literally be at the crib. I may send like 10, 20 DMs out from my crib. It's all set up. And he sees them come in line by line, day by day. And at the beginning, I did a massive cold approach. And I got some results, but it wasn't effective because, obviously speaking, you're outside, you're just cold approaching, and it's a numbers game. But if you can build a system you can do for yourself online with good photos, good bios, and good actual metadata for your actual system, then you're good to go. So Casey, walk me through how do we start from A to Z and some of your results from students that you've taught in the past.
Yeah, let's get into it. So we talked about, put it this way. For those of you who are very suspicious right now, you're like, okay, I've tried dating apps. What is this? I guess I'm not balding anymore. Formerly balding ginger, gonna tell me that I haven't heard before. You know, what the fuck does he know? So let's start here. We talked about this, right? If you failed in the past with dating apps, you know, we've already talked about the women have these incredibly high standards, that they're very masculine. And if you've ever thought like, you know, dating apps only really work for the top, you know, 5 to 10% of guys, you're absolutely fucking right. They do. Dating apps only work. They are rigged against you. Okay.
Yep.
And you have never been one of those 5 to 10 top % of guys that could actually get it on the dating apps. And like I said, if you're not at least a 6, there's not much you can do. But if you do get a 6, you can become niche hot. Well, I'll explain what that means. You can't be generally hot and attractive as a 6 to every girl, but you become niche hot. So I'm gonna talk a lot here. I got a lot of spiel. You guys can like feel in to cut me off because I'm gonna kind of just cook here for a second. But
okay, go ahead.
The main thing with this online dating thing is nobody ever taught you how to do it. There's a few good YouTubers out there. There's a few people that I respect, but majority of these other online dating coaches are trash. And remember when you guys first got an iPhone and no one taught you how to use the iPhone? The iPhone is just intuitive. You started swiping, you scrolling, pinch zooming, you know, sending voice notes, this and that. The iPhone is very intuitive. You don't really have to learn or study how to use the iPhone. Online dating is not the same way. It is not intuitive. You know, you can look at an iPhone and kind of figure it out and just play with it and learn how to use, you know, at least 80, 90% of the features without ever looking up a tutorial. Online dating is looking at the cockpit of an airplane. It is completely and fundamentally different. There is no way you're just going to look at the cockpit of an airplane without going to aviation school. And, oh, I think I figure it out. This is you're going to crash the plane and die every time. If it's Groundhog Day, you know, you can wake up every day, you get a new, you know, every day the same thing, like that movie Groundhog Day, you're going to crash the plane every time. What most of you guys do is I call the camera roll method. So what the camera roll method is this: you make a new Hinge, you make a new Bumble, and you open up your camera roll and you just kind of upload what was already there. Huge mistake. Huge mistake. So I'm going to show what happens when you use the generic, camera roll method versus when every single photo you take was intentionally planned, the way you're going to dress, where you're going to be, who's going to be in the photo with you, and what you're doing from the beginning. So this is camera roll method. This is like, I took a photo on an iPhone 7, iPhone 6, Motorola Razr versus, I call this the high status profile. You can call it the attractive Instagram profile. I prefer the term the high status profile because you don't necessarily have to be attractive. And this is Steven. We've showed him before, very normal looking guy. But look at this. He's giving a speech to a room full of people. This implies success, power, confidence, the ability to own a room. This does not happen organically. You are not going to open your camera roll and just have this photo in there. Same thing here. Camera roll method versus intentionally planned.
Casey,
camera roll method versus intentionally planned.
Girls are intentional when they make posts. They plan the lighting, they plan the setting, and they take multiple photos to get the best image and shot.
They'll take like 50
on purpose.
If you look at a girl's camera roll, it's actually literally like just a million pictures of themselves in the same exact position, and they just pick the best one.
But what do guys do? They just picture, camera roll, post with no type of intentional post behind it, thinking, what's the goal here? So that's very good that you do before and after, because honestly speaking, bro, if I was a girl, what would I choose? Before and after? After. Pause. Go ahead.
Exactly. And look, this guy may have gained like a little bit of muscle mass. Maybe he's just flexing, or maybe he is 10% more muscular. Maybe he's a little bit more swole, but it's the same guy. It's like the purple guy standing in like the purple room, can't even see his face, versus no homo, like total Giga Chad. Mm-hmm. Same thing here. I mean, what the fuck is this? What girl is going to swipe right on this? And this is segueing into something else. What a lot of you guys have this limiting belief: I'm not good looking, this won't work for me. I'm not good looking, this won't work for me. We'll talk about how you do need to achieve a level of 6 objectively. If you're chubby and really short and you got a fetus growing out of the side of your face, it's just not going to work for you. You have to have some level of physical fitness. If you're under 5'5", it's going to be tough. But this is, shout out to Austin Holloman. This is the gentleman who's letting me use his place. If he didn't offer me this place, I probably would have cut out with shitty Wi-Fi. So shout out to him.
Shout out Austin.
And I wanted to, you guys should have him on the show sometime too. But
yeah,
he's a YouTuber. Yeah, he's a dude. This guy's cool as fuck. We'll talk about him later.
Okay.
Super cool guy, good friend of mine. Yeah. Super loyal. You should have him on the show anyway. But anyway, and look, this is taken from the same day. This is like, actually, look at this fucking monster right here. Like this photo would not go well. I look weird. I look uncomfortable. Versus this photo, and I'm the same guy. And I even did it with celebrities too. Anybody can take a good or bad photo.
Casey, I just want to tell them real quick, and you're gonna keep cooking. We're gonna take 3 profiles from our CastleClub guys. We're gonna rate them live on air and tell you guys what you need to do.
Yep.
Okay, we're gonna take 3 CastleClub guys' Instagrams and rate them on air. So stay tuned for that as well. And we're gonna go over like what your profile needs. But continue on, Casey. Keep
real
cooking.
Time. Yeah.
Yeah, so this girl, what would most guys rate this girl? 6.5. This girl's pretty. She's above average. She's not a bad-looking chick, but you wouldn't write home about her. What about here? And this is the same thing, right? I forget her name is if someone, I forget, she's some celebrity, bitch. I forget her name. She's some actress. Who cares? But the point being, anybody can take a good photo. Anybody can take a bad photo. And I'm going to stop sharing for a second, but then I want to show something else after this. I had this. The reason I came to this epiphany is, it was 2018, and I was noticing this trend that we talked about of how digital dating is taking over. More people are meeting through digital apps, dating apps, Instagram, etc., through person. Women are becoming more and more standoffish. There was a point when like mentors, like my first mentor in the game, Owen Cook, RSD Tyler, actually got him on the show. I should get him back on the Fresh and Fit podcast if you guys want to. But anyway,
of course,
yeah, sure,
he's always welcome here.
He would teach these things like looks and money are very little factors, and it's only game and charisma and stuff like that, and cold approach is king. There was a time when that was more or less true. Looks and money always mattered a lot, but now I notice about 2018 that girls are more standoffish, feminism, more bitchy and stuff. So I said, okay, I got to get this digital dating thing handled. And right around that time, a website called Photo Feeler came out. Photo Photofeeler.com. Zero affiliation with this website, but I highly recommend it. And I decided to put my photos in here because it's a panel of real women rank your photos on attractiveness. They'll say, 1 to 10, how attractive you are. And I always considered myself a very, very average looking guy, maybe slightly above average, about a 5.56. By the way, in the chat, if you want everyone to know that you're gay, just start rating me, okay? That's the quickest. When men start rating other men, he's a 6.2. That's the quickest way to let us know.
That is
no
so weird.
Judgment, but if you're gay, you can start rating me. But
Yeah.
I consider myself, very average, and I uploaded a whole bunch of photos to Photofeeler, and sure enough, suspicion confirmed. 4.8, 5.5, 6.1, 5.4, 5.3. Okay, cool. I'm average. I guess only the top guys do well on dating apps. It's not going to work for me because I'm average looking. Boo-hoo. Then one photo came in a bit later, 8.9. I said, no way. That's got to be a mistake. I got to try this. It's not statistically significant data. I got to run this again. And I ran it again. And same thing, like 8.8 or 8, like almost the same score again 2 days later with a different panel of women. And I purchased more votes to get more, statistic data. And I was like, can I really just, can people just change their attractiveness based on the angle, the lighting, the fashion, the setting, what they're doing in a photo? That much, maybe some light touching up, some light Photoshop or face app stuff, which we'll talk about in a second. And I said, I don't know. So I put that photo as my main photo on the app. And what happened? The results were not that much better. They were a little bit better, but not the same. So I'm like, okay, what's going on here? I look
So
more
even the better
attractive. The ratings
pictures-
prove it. What'd you say?
I said no. So even the higher rating pictures, it still didn't get the voila moment.
Yeah, but then here's what happened. I said, let me just get some more photos, right? Because I had all my shitty photos. I had one good one where I rated 8.9, 8.7, whatever it was. And then I said, okay, let me, 3-4 weeks get by, and I got all good photos. All photos were rated, like a 7.7 or a 7.9, 8.0, something like that. And then not only did I have the one photo where I rated an 8 and above with a whole bunch of photos where I rated average. Now every photo rated at least a 7.5 to an 8 and above. And holy shit, that was a light bulb moment. And I realized, it's so obvious. You get judged by your worst photo. Guys, how many times have you been on a Tinder
That's really
profile, a
important.
Hinge profile?
That's really important.
Yeah, Myron, fresh, you answered this question. How many times you're on an Instagram, a dating app profile, Tinder profile, you're swiping, oh, baby. Oh, yeah, okay, looking good. All right, looking good, okay. Oh, shit, you get to, oh, my God. That's what you look like without makeup, or
Remember,
that's what your body looks like?
We used to do reviews with girls in studio to guys' profiles, right? What would they do? Okay, that's a good photo. That's a good photo. Wait, his pants look weird in this photo. Nah, I'm good. Just one photo they would see will change your whole view of the person.
I think it's very important because you touched on something here that I really want to get out to the guys out there because men don't understand this. When men look at women, we're looking to qualify them.
Yes.
Okay, she has 2 good pictures. The rest here are kind of weird, but you know what? She's probably hot. I'll give her a pass. I'll give her the benefit of the doubt. Women don't look at it like that. They're looking to disqualify you. So when they're looking through your pictures, they see one thing that's offered that they don't like. They're like, all right, he's done. I'm good. Because they have so much options where they can literally just look. They screen men from a dismissive angle, whereas men look at women from a let's admit her angle. So what you just said is spot on. Like you can have a fantastic profile, one bad picture will make her say, no, I'm not good anymore. Because that's just women have the luxury of being able to operate from a dismissive standpoint when looking at men.
Also, with the photos, right? Someone may say, oh, photos don't matter because they just care about money. But guess what photos tell women automatically? If you have a good lifestyle and if you have money indirectly.
Yep.
It may not say money from money in your hand, but maybe you're in good shape, you take care of yourself, you have a nice white smile. Okay, he has enough money to take care of himself, so you know what? I'll give him a chance. But if they see you, bathroom selfie, sloppy, camera roll photos, is like, oh, he's probably broke and has a bad lifestyle. I don't want him. So photos say a lot without saying too much indirectly, but I would just say photos are definitely going to dictate for you if you're successful, good lifestyle, or, for example, take care of yourself in general.
Yeah, exactly. And they can imply wealth and status. I want to address 2 comments in the chat. Number one guy said this is a tutorial on catfishing. Absolutely not. The photos that I showed, and I guess fuck it, I'll just show them again. These aren't like edited photos. This is the same people. Like I don't know what is going over these people has. Maybe these people are just clowns or something like that. But like maybe this is color graded. Maybe I brightened and turned down the contrast or something like that. But like this is the same guy. This is not I'll get to there is a catfishing section coming up. Matter of fact, Perfect segue. Why don't I just get into this now? So another big epiphany I had, aside from the fact that, okay, anybody can take a good photo and anybody can take a bad photo. Brad fucking Pitt can take a bad photo. Matter of fact, he's younger here and he's older here, yet he looks more attractive in his older photo. We already talked about the girl. Anybody can already take a good or bad photo without, even touching them up at all. The second thing is, if you want to be a catfish and give yourself that extra edge, this is when things go on overdrive. So this is one example. This is Ben. We have some testimonials from Ben. Maybe if we have time, we can show that later. I don't know. But this is not a catfish. Like, there's no way a girl's going to be thinking she's, this guy's going to show up on a date, and then this guy shows up and she's like, it's a totally different person. But these subtle differences, they rate a lot higher in photo. This photo might rate, like a 4.5, and this photo might get a 7. It's like ridiculous. And another thing that really changed my life on a dating app is getting a good physique shot. I remember one of the first girls that I dated, she said, oh, this first boyfriend I had, I met him at some camping site. My family was camping next to him, and I saw his face, and he introduced himself, and I thought nothing of him. Then the next day, because it was like hot out at this camping place, I saw him with his shirt off, and I was like, oh, come to mama. A physique is super important. I mean, even for us guys, imagine this, a girl with a very average face, not ugly, but just a very normal average face, big titties, tiny waist, fat ass. Now that girl's a 7.5 or an 8. Now, a lot of you guys are thinking, oh, but I don't have a good physique and this only works for good guys. Guys, you only need to get about 60, 70% of the way there. I don't think I have a bad physique. I certainly think that I'm not Mr. Olympia. I certainly think there's massive room for improvement. But again, and like, look at this one right here too, right? There's no way a girl's going to be looking at me on a dating app, kind of drooling over my ripped physique in this body. And then we go on a date, we're drinking wine, we're at some fancy Italian restaurant. She's totally in my frame. I'm being charismatic, interesting. She's hanging on all my stories. She's laughing at all my jokes. I take her back to my place, dim the lights, throw my shirt off. And then she's expecting this body. But then this body comes out and she's like, oh no, sir. Oh no, you are a good 10%. I could be like, look, I got injured and took a week off from the gym. If she said anything, first of all, it's never come up. Now, you can go ridiculous. I just did this for fun. I don't necessarily recommend this, but probably no one on the planet, very few people on the planet anyway, can match my photoshopping skills of making guys look better. And again, let's go back to the basics before the chat blows up. Catfishing tutorial. Number one, I already showed you. You can just take a good photo on the same day without touching them up. Like, you can already just take a good photo. If you don't, I do recommend you catfish and you make yourself subtly, more attractive. You don't have to catfish. And the other thing is, a lot of guys say, oh, but I'm worried, like, once I show up on the date, won't she notice I look different? I'm worried that she'll notice that I'm going to look different. You should be worried that she's going to look different.
Facts.
She's going to look a lot more different than you. She's going to do more filters and angles
Way
and
more.
Bro,
Photoshop than you are.
I would argue most girls use photo filler and Facetune for every photo on purpose.
Yeah.
Lighting, color grading, and it's like, wait, is this you? Is this your Instagram page? I can't believe it.
For every one thing you might fix, they're going to fix like 10. So look, guys, this is kind of the world that we're in now, where we're in a superficial world where your pictures do matter a lot nowadays, guys. It's kind of like your business card, especially on your Instagram profile. So like, look, we're not telling you guys to like majorly edit your stuff, but we are telling you have to touch some things up to really maximize your sex appeal. And then just remember, the quality of the photo itself of you is one thing, but you also want to be in cool environments and display a certain lifestyle as well. It's not just like you looking good and editing it. It's also like the way the photos are taken, which is important as well.
Because you wouldn't even get a chance with some of your camera roll photos.
You got to fight fire with fire, guys. Yeah. Like, this is literally what it is.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I want to address something else. Someone said in the chat too, this doesn't work. I hired a photographer. It doesn't work in the US. Okay, here's why it doesn't work for you, bro. Number one, you may not be at least a 6 out of 10. I don't know what you look like. Maybe you're chubby. Maybe you don't look good. If you're not a good looking guy, there's a lot of hope. We'll talk about even more about going overseas. We kind of touched on that. I don't know if we even need to go back to that. Going overseas, dating is a lot better, period. Maybe we can come back to that. You can also look for foreign women. living in the U.S. do what Myron did, do the reverse passport bro method and date women that kept their feminine good values, but they just happen to live in the U.S. now. And the problem is when you just like, and let's say the guy that's posted this is actually a somewhat attractive guy. He's probably not, but assuming he is, you're going to go out with a photographer that's just going to get some photos of you like on a park bench, like some portrait photos. You're all alone. You're just going to be like standing somewhere in the street. Let me show you what a proper high status social media profile looks like. And this is kind of even a way to lead with money without actually leading with money, you know, like a simp. So I think it's kind of blurry. I think it's loading. But yeah, okay, here we go. Super well dressed, luxurious environment, well posed, nice clothing, smoking a cigar. Again, what does this photo imply? Do like the girl's thinking like, damn, is that his business partner?
I can't see your screen,
what
Casey.
venue are they at?
We can't see your screen.
What'd you say?
There we go. Now we can see it.
Okay, cool. We see
Oh,
it now.
okay. It just took us light. Okay, cool. Is it showing the photo of me smoking the cigar
Yes.
with Austin?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So yeah, the first one, I don't know if you were seeing this one, but whatever. I'll keep going. A nice portrait shot. Oh, and by the way, the whole like, you know, physique thing, if you're just absolutely not even there to where even with a little bit of cheating and Photoshop, you can get a physique shot, you can wear a shirt and make your muscles bigger under the shirt. So I don't, I have low body fat, but I mean, not that low. I probably have like 15, 16%. That's actually not that low body fat, but lowish body fat. But I edited, I don't have the before one, but I made my chest bigger, my arms bigger. And this counts as a physique shot. And I'll show you some other photos that quote unquote are physique shots, even clothed. But I'm going to go through more. Yeah, we saw these, the physique shots, you know, well-dressed, very luxurious environments. And I'm hoping the screen's showing the right thing now, but
Yeah.
Super luxurious restaurant, well-dressed. I look cool and fun. My friends look cool and fun. We're clearly at a luxurious restaurant. I have even more social proof with girls. You notice that when I do photos with girls, I don't overdo it.
Yes.
But I'm positioned a little bit away from them. I don't have my arm around them. I'm not touching them. And there's even an empty seat right here where the girl might go, oh, well, whoever was sitting here probably took the photo, and that could be another guy, so he wasn't even sitting next
just
to
to
her.
add
But
more to what you're saying, Casey, it's important that you don't be too involved with them, because then girls are going to assume you're a player and or you have a girlfriend. So
Yes.
you want to create some level of plausible deniability that you have the social proof to be around beautiful women, but you might not necessarily be hooking up with or, you know, dating them. That's very important.
Look at our promoter. He's at the table,
Yep.
not touching, kissing girls, but they know by default he's around them, so he's probably gonna get some
Exactly.
play, but he's not pushing it in
Because that's
their
a touchy
face.
thing. Because like if
Yeah.
you go full on Dale Bilzerian and you got girls on yachts, 50 girls on yachts, etc., some girls are going to find that attractive, but you will also turn off a lot.
A bunch.
You have to be able to get the women into your photos sometimes from a social proof perspective versus a womanizer perspective.
Yeah, 100%.
and whoever like said, I hired a photographer and I got some professional photos from some fuckboy guy on Yelp.com who does portrait photography, graduation photos. Bro, your photographer did not put you at a table with 4 beautiful chicks and 2 or 3 other cool, well-dressed dudes. I'll ask you a question. Like, would a weird, antisocial, broke guy who's not fun or not pleasant to be around be at this table with all these beautiful girls and these cool guys?
No.
No, he wouldn't. And it goes back to what I say, the camera roll method. No, like most guys navigate through life, they do some shit, they whatever, maybe they're even a limo, they do some bottle service, they do some cool stuff. They say, hey man, take a picture of me. The lighting isn't good. You can't see it, but I have a clip-on LED light right here, so I'm covering up the light. I won't take it off right now because I want the light on me, but I roll out with a clip-on LED phone light to get the good lighting in here. All this stuff is like what I'm gonna wear, how I'm gonna be dressed, how I'm gonna be posed. You take thousands of photos and then you edit them. And then for the people who are like, oh, catfish, this is a tutorial on how to catfish. I mean, this photo, this is just basic color grading.
Yeah.
Like this isn't a catfish. This is just basic, like
Getting
I
rid of
just
the glare
turned
from the
down
sun.
the exposure.
But Casey, isn't it funny? Girls do photo shoots, right? And the actual photographer is a master at doing edits. So what he'll do is he'll take the photo of the girl, edit it, and then give it to her. And then she'll still use Facetune on it because she's like, you know what? I need to make it extra perfect. But guys just take a photo, post it. I'm like, bro, you're not playing the game correctly.
Yeah.
You're losing the game right now.
It was not taken. Again, it's just like, it's weird. It's kind of gay for men to be so obsessed with vanity and like, oh, how should I pose and what's my better angle and how should I do this? But look, you could fight it. and swim against the tide and not evolve. But what happened to the dinosaurs? They couldn't evolve. Well, actually, they evolved into birds. But point is, species that don't evolve, they die out. Oh, and by the way, this is what I wanted to show at the end here. If you don't have an Instagrammable physique, even with the 10 to 20% cheating like we talked about, this qualifies as a physique shot. I'm fully clothed, but this shirt is very tight. It's basically like, painted on, but you can see, flexing my tricep. This is very, very lightly edited too. I'll go back and I'll show the original ones for all the haters. He's just catfishing. Again, so what if I'm catfishing? Bro, as a guy, you're playing the game, like if it's a racing game, 50 miles back from where the girl started. Like the girl has a 50-mile head start. Why wouldn't you cheat a little bit in dating? And even if you guys are like a little bit chubby and you just, I just can't do the physique shot, cool, do a clothed physique shot. You can make your arms bigger and stuff, and this goes back to what I said too before, though. You can only do so much. If you're not at least a 6 out of 10, you got to go to a really easy dating market like Philippines, Southeast Asia, some really small remote town in Mexico, Colombia, Brazil, where no other foreigners are at, and go way far out to have some success. Because yes, in order to get success, for the most part, like I can't help really, really absolutely ugly and super broke guys. I'm not a snake oil salesman, coach. If that's
you're keeping it real. And I see people in the chat saying like, oh, this is catfishing, blah, blah, blah. Look, guys, it's 2024. Women care more about looks now than ever fucking before, which is why so many of you guys fail, because most of you guys end up being average looking and your photos are average looking. So therefore you don't stand out. Therefore, that is why we have a whole generation of guys that are struggling with women. So one way to combat that is you take good pictures, you edit them to a degree, depending on, how you want to do it, or you don't have to edit them at all. So pull up my photos real quick, Bills. I'll show you guys some of the photos that I actually did this photo shoot with Casey. Casey instructed me where we're going to take the photos, the time of day, outfits, etc. I'm going to show you guys non-edited photos, what they look like. I sent you some on.
I can pull them up too if you want, or Bill.
No, we'll use the ones that I have that have zero edits.
And I love Casey being honest.
He's keeping it real with
people
y'all.
Still saying
this is what it is. Yeah, like this. He's keeping it real with you guys. Like he's absolutely telling you guys this is what it is. So we'll pull it up here on the screen right now because Casey has some of my photos that are edited, and I have some of the ones
you're seeing
that are
them,
right? No, I can't see them on screen.
We can't see it yet, bro.
Okay, let me unshare you. I'll let Bills. I have them on mine, but we'll just let Bills do it then.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, so here's some of my photos. These are not edited, right? We could flick through some of them. And I did.
Sorry, were you? Is Bill showing them, or
he's showing the ones that I sent him. So these are with no edits. FYI, guys, these are with no edits. This is the photo shoot that me and Casey did. They're showing on screen right now, right?
Okay.
Keep going. You know what I mean? So guys, look, you could take some good pictures with good lighting, dress well, etc. Right? You're in good shape. You could do this, right? See, so I wouldn't post that one to like a dating profile, to be honest with y'all.
Yeah,
but
it's still good though.
Yeah, I just did that just for the chat. So look, these are all pretty damn good photos, and I put these all through Photo Feeler, guys. And these guys and these photos all did pretty damn well, and they have very few edits if you take the pictures in good lighting, dress well, etc. Now, if you really want to enhance, you can obviously put some things in, make yourself look a little bit better. But these are non-edited photos right here.
But can we add to the point that you are doing the work behind the scenes as well? You're in the gym, making money, and as well using the photos to your advantage.
Yeah.
If you can do both, guys, you could win at dating 100%.
Yeah.
But if you're only doing one or doing nothing, you're not getting no results, bro, at all. So 100%. But Casey, could you show your photos of him as well?
Oh, that's the same ones.
Same ones? Okay, cool.
Yeah. His are a little bit more touched up,
too.
but they're not that big of a difference.
Yeah.
The ones that he has.
I think I'll show them. I'll show them super quick. But
isn't it funny? I used that angle of dating more than doing the work behind the scenes, and I still got massive results. Because remember, back in the day, I didn't work out. I just pretty much like used Instagram to my advantage, lifestyle-wise, and I got results. So imagine adding both of those together, you're gonna be a killer, literally.
Yeah, and it's also important, guys, that you got to do the work, too. I want to be very clear about this. Like, you got to go to the gym. You got to whiten your teeth. You got to take care of yourself. You can't be fat. You got to have dress on point where your clothes fit. You don't have to necessarily wear designer, but they can just be well fit is way better than wearing designer, right? Make sure it fits you, okay? But for it to fit you in a certain way and make you look good, you need to actually be in shape. So, guys, what we're saying is this. You do the foundational work. once you do the foundational work, now we could prop you up to a position where we can increase your sexual market value significantly off of good photos, etc. And then if you want that 10% edge, just like Casey's talking, where you touch up things here and there, nothing wrong with that. Now, it's up to you guys how much you want to touch it up. Obviously, some people will be a little bit more overt with it than others. But the point we're trying to get to here is you need to get to a good baseline. That 6 that Casey's talking about, you need to get either there or very close to it. And then we can do these other things to enhance and get you over that barrier. Because you do have to hit a threshold, guys, where you're at least at a position where a woman will look at you as a viable candidate. A lot of you guys aren't even viable fucking candidates. That's the reality.
Yep.
Some of y'all just are not viable candidates at all. You fucking fat, your teeth are dirty, you look like shit, your body's sloppy, you got awkward mannerisms, you dress like shit, you fucking smell. Like, these are the realities that most of you guys deal with right now, and you wonder why, I can't get no fucking bitches. Yeah, you don't deserve any fucking bitches because you haven't done the work to get yourself to at least a prerequisite fucking level. That's the fucking thing that we're telling you guys. You need to get to a certain point. Then, once you get to this point, we could take you off up here. But you need to get here first. Okay, and I also think it's very important for the audience to understand that, like you said before with the analogy you gave, women do have a 50-mile head start on you guys, okay? Because not only do they have good pictures, makeup, lighting, etc., and understand, the most basic of girls understands how to take a good photo, right? Only the top tier guys know how to take a good photo. That's the big difference. Average chicks take great photos, right? Whereas a majority of men, average dudes, take horrible photos. The top 1 to 5% of guys understand how to properly take photos with good lighting, good editing, etc. And this is why so many guys do bad on dating apps. This is why so many guys do bad on Instagram, etc. You need good pictures, guys, because that is going to be your business card when you're out there trying to get out in the marketplace, because nowadays you have to scale your dating and use the internet as well. I'm not telling you guys not to do cold approach and use these other sourcing methods. Of course, use that, right? Casey told you guys he does parties, etc. He sets stuff up. He's meeting these girls in person, but you always need that business card. So when she does want to remember you, or she forgets who you are, etc., she's able to go back to your Instagram. Oh yes, this guy. Okay, boom. That's so important, guys. Yeah. You need multiple points of contact to get a sale. I think most salesmen will tell you need 7 points of contact before the sale actually happens. Same thing with dating, man. You need multiple points of contact, right? Maybe you met her the first time, introduced yourself, cool. Then you guys DM each other a little bit on Instagram. Conversation fizzles out. You reapproach it again like a week or two later. You guys are talking again. Then you guys might run into each other somewhere if you're like in a small town or whatever. There's multiple points of contact, and then your Instagram allows you to facilitate said contact. She's looking at your stories. You're displaying value on your stories. She remembers who you are. Hey, let's hang out, whatever. And you might not know this, but you asking her on that date is going to come off a lot better because she saw you 2 days ago at a really cool restaurant, or hanging out with friends, or doing a cool activity. So now she's more inclined to say yes to the date or whatever. So these things all fucking matter, guys. It is a totality of the circumstances of building a profile, building an aura, creating the vibe that a lot of these fucking girls talk about. That is the vibe, you stupid fucks. That is what it is. When girls say vibe, I just literally described it to you in a very concise, cogent manner. That is what it is.
Just out to your point, Myron, people say these things in the chat, right? But they're like, okay, I can get girls. They won't even give you a chance, bro. You won't even get a chance to talk to them in general because they're like, oh, this guy's not even on my level. So by default, you need at least the foundation, which is what Casey's saying here, of good photos online to see the footprint. Because you know what girls do when they talk to you on dating apps or Instagram? They look at your profile. They might Google you and say, okay, what's this guy about? When they see bathroom selfies, shitty photos, you at a park bench just looking randomly like silly, it's like, he's a lame, I'm good, and you're disqualified off rip. And look, even if you're short, not best looking guy, if you're in the gym, getting more in shape, if you're actually getting like results of lifestyle, they can see it, they'll give you a chance. At least a chance.
So we covered the photos, Casey, right? The importance of having good photos. I think we've drilled this home to these guys, right?
If you don't mind, there's one or two quick things I wanted to say.
Yeah,
and hold that thought. Actually,
did you want to
talk about the announcement, or should we say that to the end?
Yeah, I mean, we got like another 30 minutes. Whatever you think is best, however you want to explain it.
Let's make the announcement now. And that actually, I'll keep talking on a few things, and maybe we'll make them announce the new offer in a second. The quick things that I wanted to show real quick is something that Fresh, all for the guys who are still doubting, the looks, that they're, still, not quite, good looking enough. I forgot to show this. And I know this is going to play back a little bit choppy, but let me try to find this. This is a reel, if I can find it. It's 15 seconds of me. Yeah, here it is. or I guess 28 seconds. Again, and I understand it's not going to play choppy at the right frame rate when I'm screen sharing, but it's me giving a speech to a room full of people, and there's like what, I don't know, let's say 250, 300 people ish in the crowd. And I'm not saying this is replicatable for everybody, but I'm just saying it's these status things that are very attractive to women.
Yes.
Beyond just your looks. And another huge epiphany that I had is, and every guy can relate to this, is when you're in the group chat with your buddy and they're posting, you know, these chicks, and this guy's like, oh my God, look at this IG model. She's like a total perfect 10. And your buddy goes, bro, that's a 6. And you're like, what the hell? Like, no, she's like a perfect 10. And then you're like arguing back and forth. Some guys like really thin, skinny Asian girls. Some guys like some guys like thick, big booty Latinas. That's right, big, brown, indigenous Latinas. Some guys like the tall Scandinavian, Swedish girls where, like, you know, the cheekbones are up to here and they almost look like trannies, almost, that their facial bones are so defined. I don't like those girls, but that's probably the most popular type of girl. Girls have the same thing. So this is why we talked about it's going to be hard for us to help you if you can't, you know, Looksmaxx, workout, whiten teeth, hair transplant, tiny cosmetic surgery, whatever you got to do to get to at least a 6. But once you get to a 6, it becomes a volume game at that point. We can maybe talk about, you know, some systems with online dating virtual assistants, people who swipe on your behalf, people who track down girls on Instagram for you. In the future, we're going to launch an AI software that will swipe and find girls for you. More on that in the future.
So Casey,
but
CastleClub gang, we upgrade my IG at _illy.
Let's rate the IGs and then get them the surprise for CastleClub right after that.
Yeah, sure. Just to finish this, yeah, like women do this too. So if you can just be niche hot, fulfill some niche, like you're the witty, sarcastic white boy, or you're the, you know, sensitive musician type guy, whatever it is, any guy can kind of be niche hot. And if you're just, you know, across the board a 6 to girls that are your type, like for example, for girls, most of the girls I date say, yeah, I only really have a fetish for like pale white guys with beards, you know, gingers with blue eyes. So to them, I actually am an 8. I go 2 points higher. The problem is if I was a 2, I would go to a 4. But if you're at least a 6, you can go to an 8. Anyway, I'll shut up. Yeah, you guys make the announcement now, or do you guys want to?
That's right, bro. Let's go through some Instagrams real quick of the CastleClub members. We just got a donation for somebody on CastleClub, right, Bills? Let's put his Instagram real quick. But no, to Casey's point, a niche look gets you so much value because girls that have a niche look, for example, if you're a black guy that is maybe in the gym, that's a look for some girls. Or maybe your lifestyle-wise is showing that you have status or social proof and you're black. That's what some girls need. Or let's say you're white, Spanish chick, she wants a gringo guy. That's you. So whatever it is, at least a level 6 type of guy in that niche can get any type of progress because, again, you're her type. It doesn't matter if you're a little bit below the looks value. It's because you're her type and you fit that demographic, you'll get results. All right, here's the first Instagram right here. We pull it up real quick. All right, this is a CastleClub member. Let's see, it's Not Illy. Is that a goat? Okay. First look, following is 1822 followers and 1075 following. One Linktree link and how many photos? 18 posts? Okay, come down a little bit.
Can someone type that Instagram in the chat? I'm delayed on my end, so it's gonna be hard for me to. I'm gonna be looking at the photos like 6 or 7 seconds behind you guys.
NA_ILLY on Instagram. NA_ILLY.
NA_ILLY.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So I see a bunch of things here, but Casey, I'll let you start this off from your point of view. But I see a bunch of things you can work on right now. A lot of things actually. And
okay. Should I screen share or?
Yeah, you can screen share.
Okay, cool.
The photos are not up to par though, for sure.
Let's see what we got. Okay, not really. Okay, so first of all, the bio is blank. A bio should generally talk about like how the fuck you make money, what your career is, and you know, some interesting facts about you. So for mine, it's like I think I just say digital marketer, or sometimes I say event host, party planner, depending on which account it is. I have a lot of Instagram accounts. And then I'll say trilingual, you know, English, Spanish, Portuguese, and the place that I'm living in. So where you live, something interesting or unique about you, and how you make money, what your career is. Okay, so now holding a goat. Again, so we're going for the high status profile. Remember the photos I showed before, super well dressed, top luxurious restaurants, sexy girls, giving a speech to a room full of people. I didn't have one of these, but
Case, you're being too nice, bro. What the fuck is this photo? What the fuck is this photo, bro? Like, Casey's being nice about this and diplomatic. This is fucking garbage. Why are you holding an ugly-ass goat with some goon in the background in the woods at night? And you're squinting at the camera. What the fuck is going on here, bro?
Some nigga shit, bro.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah.
Nigga, what the fuck? Dude's literally holding a goat with some goon in the back.
Hey, he's goated though.
What the fuck, man? Bro, that's an L.
Yo,
This is an L photo, man.
Girls, go to more of the
This
photos
guy,
there.
bro.
Yeah. So exactly. Okay, so
went and did a drill and went to the fucking farm after.
See, this is cool. He's skateboarding.
Yeah,
showing
he's
one of his
skateboarding.
hobbies. But
He's doing well, and he's subtly showing his physique. It looked like he had a good physique, and it's kind of, but it's like a subtle flex. Like, it's like, oh, I just happen to be skateboarding, so he's in shape.
Yeah, this is
that's good.
cool.
Lot of
Oh shit,
potential.
okay, it's pretty good. What was that a fucking
Like 360 kickflip, I think.
yeah, holy shit. Yeah, that was good.
see, he's showing.
Okay, here,
a
yeah,
hobby.
drinking,
that's an L.
gang signs.
Yeah.
No,
What the fuck, bro?
no gang signs. Like, this is like turn off 99.9% of women,
Casey,
and turn
Casey,
on 1 in 1,000.
Bro, the
I'm
only
girls.
bitches this will attract are girls that use Section 8, wear wigs, and say period.
Yeah. Yo, Casey.
Myron's tendency.
Casey.
Actually, no, Myron, you got a lot of Section 8 buildings, right? Or investing?
Well, tenants.
I got some tenants, but I got rid of them niggas, man.
So hit him up. Send the IG this way.
Nigga stuttering. Yo, bro, literally, bro, that type of behavior attracts low quality girls.
Yeah, that's a fuck no.
that you don't even want anyway. And the
So
photos
this is
here
cool.
are camera
Like,
roll photos, bro.
you're an artist or something like that.
But look, Casey.
5 seconds.
A to Z break down his page, what he can improve on, and let's move on to the next person because listen,
Okay, cool.
this is most people's Instagram, and some are even worse than this.
Let me wrap it up. Yeah, weird photo that's not you. Weird photo that doesn't show your face and looks like you're about to rob a bank. Kind of just like, I don't know. Yeah, you're dribbling a basketball. But do you actually dunk the ball? Oh, but you kind of cheat. You jump on the thing. Whatever. I mean, it's not bad. You'd have to cheat a little bit. These are like kind of cool artistic. They don't show your face. I'm not a big believer in these. Yeah, more like halfway gang signs or whatever, looking like a thug. Okay, if this is you with a girl,
Nah, that's
that's
a
not the same
comedian.
person.
That's not even him.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is not a high status profile. This is not a scream a guy. Like, I'll show this one real quick. I won't make a big thing.
Because remember, we mentioned girls will disqualify you for one post. That's multiple posts.
Yeah.
That are really bad. Okay, here's a good
Versus
example.
you look at this, guys. What does it imply, right? Social, got a lot of friends, great lifestyle. Maybe he owns a company. It's funny. I'm actually taller with this guy than this guy, but I crouch down to make him look taller. This is what I mean. Photos are planned with intention every time. They're not by accident. Yeah, I'll cut it off in a second. But yeah, well dressed, always having fun, always in dope environments, beautiful girls, cool guys. This is what a high status profile looks like. This is why a super average guy can crush it. Yeah, a lot of stories too. He was also lacking stories. And this is not a high, this is kind of like a gangster, weird, this is a camera roll profile. This is like, I never went out and ever intentionally took photos specifically for, this purpose, but I just uploaded what I happened to find on my camera roll, and this is the result. Very typical, very, very typical of what we see with everybody.
Yeah, we're gonna do more breakdowns of CastleClub, more detailed, but we're still on Twitch. We don't want to go too crazy here. But listen, we got another one here. Kaon says, "Don't for Instagram rating. I'm trying to improve mine as much as I can before, prior to getting professional photos. Instagram is Kiki Fletch on Instagram. K_Key Fletch on Instagram, right? Can you bring it up? But yeah, bro. Dude, again,
Sorry,
Key_KEY.
What's key?
Yeah, key.
KEY.
Yeah. Underscore Fletch.
KEY. _5.
Say it again. Wait, no. Say it again.
_KEY again. So it's
say from the
key
beginning.
under.
Yeah.
So from the beginning, it's KEY.
Key_Fletch. Yeah.
Fresh.
Bro, just one person say it slowly.
KEY _KEY KEY_FLETCH.
It was the double key that was throwing me off.
Yeah,
Okay,
I know.
cool. Do you guys want me to screen share or Fresh? Do you want to take this one?
You could do it,
Okay, cool.
bro. But the underscores are killing me though.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So Kiki_Fletch. Yeah. Again, the bio. So no stories. Stories kind of make you look fake a little bit, and they're a great way to flex. Like if you are staying at some luxurious Airbnb, you went on a helicopter ride. It's great ways to show off, lifestyle, and you look a little fake when you don't have one. Not that I would think every girl would think this is fake, but they're not a bonus.
Yeah.
And yeah, again, we talked about nothing in the bio about where he lives or where he makes money. Let's go through them real quick. Yeah, just it does look like a traditional camera roll photo. He just sat there. It's also is it my internet? No, it's not. It's actually this blurry and grainy. Okay, so here's the thing. Digital noise or grain or pixelation or blurriness, whatever you want to call it. The brain doesn't say, oh, he's probably a good looking guy, but it's just so pixelated. No, if you're not really sharp and focused and it's a hard, it's at a good resolution, then that ugliness of the pixelization and low quality, you subconsciously project that onto the subject. So you will look ugly when there's pixelation. So that's kind of a no-no. Yeah, I'm standing in front of,
The same person
I don't know what, the ghetto or something. I don't know, like outside of a jail, something like that. This is a fantastic photo. Like, see, this is the perfect example of a guy that had any sort of training in how to do online dating. And again, it's not your fault, right? Because you were never given the manual to do this. But this is a good photo. I mean, jacked, amazing physique. I would do a few things, like I would AI, like remove the people from the background. But no, this is, if the beach was a little bit more luxurious, it would be great. But no, this is a great photo. Yeah, example of like a camera roll photo, like I'm just gonna squat in some, whatever location. It's not bad, but it's not good. It doesn't imply any type of like status for being there. Not terrible. It's low quality, taken on a cell phone. At least your expression, your smile looks pretty good.
Bro, all these need to go, bro. All these need to go.
Yeah, I mean, they're just, they're not ideal.
By the way, go to his bio real quick.
His bio?
Yeah. It's crazy, right? If you just put your location, like let's say Miami, Texas, maybe Vegas, girls would be like, oh, he's in my city, I'll hit him up. For example, she can go, let's say you send her a DM, right? And she sees your profile, good lifestyle, the vibe is there, I'll respond to his DM. But she don't even know where you're at, no description of what you do for a living, just these shitty photos and one good one, and disqualified. Even though he would kill it with the right training.
Look. These photos are all fucking garbage, right?
I would argue that this photo is a 7 out of 10.
That's the best one.
Photo.
But that's what I would consider like an auxiliary photo. This shit isn't like, this is just kind of to like, show, hey, this is kind of what I look like without a shirt. But you wouldn't lead with that, right?
No.
But like all these other pictures are trash. You're by yourself. There's no social proof. Scroll up a bit. You have no bio. You only have 220 followers. So girls are automatically going to think that you're a weirdo. The name is strange. I'll be honest with you. Whenever you have, and here's the thing, Fresh and Casey are kind of dancing around this, but I'm just going to fucking say it. If you have dreads, be prepared to be excluded from a bunch of different women. I'm just going to call it like it fucking is. A bunch of women don't like that look, okay? So if you want to open yourself up to multiracial women, you want to open yourself up to Caucasian girls, you want to open yourself up to Asian girls, whatever it may be, like unless they really have like they got some fucking jungle fever, most women don't like dreads. Just keep it a million with you guys. They like a clean cut, short haircut most of the time. So if you want to have this look at whatever, that's cool, own it. But you really have to make sure that your photos are on point, because you have what I call a niche look. When you have a niche look, you're going to be extremely appealing to certain demographics of women, but you're going to be extremely unappealing to other demographics of women. You can look at the rock star look. Some girls will find that super hot. Oh my God, the spike belt and the tight leather pants and shit. I love this, the long hair. But other women are going to find that atrocious. Same situation here. Whenever you have what I would consider a committed look, whether it's dreads or whether it's having the rock star look or it's having a rapper look or whatever, you have to commit to that look 100%, because you're only going to go ahead and attract a certain demographic of women. And it depends what type of women are you trying to look for, right? If you want white girls, I'll tell you right now, man, these dreads, they might hurt you a little bit. I ain't going to lie to you.
It's
right?
very niche. It's very niche.
It's very niche. So,
and also the comments, you got to delete some of these, like, NIGGA stole that food gay, and then on the other
That's a new comment, bro.
captions.
1 minute ago.
That was 1 minute.
Someone cooking them from the chat.
Yo, but to be real, you should always have a story on your profile.
Yeah, it is.
At least one story a day, at least.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
you know.
because this gives off fake profile vibes, man.
Okay,
Is
next one,
what it
Casey.
gi- what it
Next
gives.
one.
Oh, it is from 2 minutes ago.
Yeah,
Okay.
next one, Casey.
They're cooking
All right.
them.
No,
Sure,
but bro,
what is it?
You need,
What's the
you need
next
a lot of
one?
work, bro.
Yeah.
We'll do the next one. So,
Yeah.
Casey, how does someone actually get started with
And some
the
of you
system?
niggas in here hating on Casey, most of y'all profiles probably look like this. You out here talking shit about Casey, saying, "Oh, well, this is
See-
not it," blah, blah. And then you got profiles like this talking shit.
Until I see results from your profile, I don't want to hear shit because
God,
Bro,
ultimately,
listen.
you need results,
To
bro.
defend myself real quick, anybody who wants to hate on me, that's fine. I already know this stuff. I've already applied it. I've already internalized it. I'm the pioneer. I'm at the forefront of developing the latest and greatest technology.
Look, Casey,
We're not
he's an
even gonna
average
have-
dude. And look at him doing this shit.
Yeah, I mean, like, I already got the results. You don't have 500 gigabytes to a terabyte of you throwing 5-to-1 penthouse parties, walking around the party, making out with multiple girls, choosing what girl you want. Go to my Instagram reels. You don't have, you smacking 10 out of 10 perfect asses, making out with, like, I already know this stuff. If you want to be rigid, if you don't want to adapt and do this, I think we've showed a lot of proof. We've given you the harsh truths that if you can't at least get to a 6 out of 10 and make a decent amount of income, then you're fucked. We're not snake oil salesmen. We've made that perfectly clear. We can't help everybody, but for the guy that can do a little bit of the work, we can put you up to that next level. And listen, hate all you want. I've got an amazing life. I travel the world and have sex with those beautiful women and get to vlog about it for profit. So you can stay in your mom's basement in Atlanta and hate on me
Atlanta.
all you want. And I'll keep doing
Yeah,
me.
like I said, Atlanta.
and that's cool. And look, even people calling me bald, like, I got a hair transplant. I have hair. It just buzzed very short, and I have like weird kind of top-down lighting here. But I'm also gonna get another little touch-up. But like,
Nigga said
I
Atlanta.
don't know.
Your mom's basement. Listen, Casey, it's fine. People will say whatever they want to say, but we need to figure out for the audience that wants to learn and change their whole dating game. How do they get started? What's the next move for them to start? Like the last guy, he has some hope.
Yeah, we need good pictures first.
He has some hope that I hope if he follows the program, he can make it happen for himself. But how do they get started?
You join CastleClub Premium.
And we're going to be hosting
You guys want to talk about
bi-weekly
that?
Zoom
Or?
calls
Yeah.
where Casey is going to coach you guys, and we're going to improve your profile, teach you guys how to properly DM women, how to source women, how to basically get yourself. Do you want to talk real quick on like the sourcing method on Instagram that you use as far as like how to kind of get yourself out there, which you guys have done it with me quite a bit, but if you could kind of explain to people, giving them a bird's eye view, because we talked about the photos, but now let's talk about actually sourcing the girls.
Yeah. So if you guys ever had the suspicion where dating apps are so unfair, there's these weird algorithms I got to compete with, and it only works for, these top, 5-6% of guys and no more, and they're really, really tough. Yeah, you're right. They are really tough. But Fresh, what's the best dating app in your opinion?
Let me see. There's Tinder. There's Bumble. There's Plenty of Fish. There's Hinge. Oh, wait. What's the one that everyone's using?
Farmers only.
Yeah, that one. Christian Mingle? Nah, it's Instagram, brother. It's Instagram, obviously.
Instagram is the best dating app ever. So when a girl's currently on a dating app, she's getting bombarded left and right. We've even seen funny Tinder experiments on YouTube where the guy will make a legit, 2 out of 10 profiles, some fat, grotesque chick. And she's even got a rude profile, and she's still being bombarded with validation. You're competing with a lot of, quote unquote, giga chads. These guys get pushed to the top of the algorithm. The apps are all designed and rigged against you to only cater to women and give a good user experience to the women only show them the hottest guys. They're being bombarded. You get lost, whatever, very hard. Instagram is different, especially if you can find women with small private profiles. The problem is that's very, very time consuming. You can do it. But if you can hit up girls on Instagram in general, even girls with a public pro, I wouldn't, hit up a girl with a blue check and 50K followers,
Nah.
but even a smallish Instagram profile, or, heaven forbid, a girl with a private profile. She's not on a dating app. She is getting hit up on Instagram quite a bit, but it's far less than the amount she's getting hit up into on dating apps. They're all going to her hidden request folder. We have a technique to bypass the hidden request folder and go into like get a straight like push notification. So it should be there's a technique that's still working right now to do that. And you're not one of like, 10,000 guys hitting her up if she's on a dating app. You're maybe one of, 100 guys or 50 guys or, who knows. And with Instagram, you get to showcase a lot more. You get to showcase video. I haven't even talked about the funny, charming video stuff. I don't think we'll have time to talk about that, maybe on a different one. But the short version of it is if you're, following a random girl and she's going to see, so-and-so, Caseyredbeard has followed you. Who's Caseyredbeard? She goes to your page and you have a couple reels at the top. I had my marketing one where I'm giving the speech to a room full of people. That's not highly replicatable. I get it. But, funny selfie videos. You ever guys like get on TikTok or Instagram reels and there's kind of like a one-man skit where he's like, doing the skit for both people. And it's just being funny. He's being interesting. He says the charismatic punchline and it's really, really funny. Even doing something kind of silly like that. Oh, this guy's funny. He would be fun to be around. No one is doing this. And it kind of goes back to the old days where you use charisma and personality to meet women rather than, to attract women rather than focusing on your looks. And, for Myron, we've been running that. It's hard because Myron gets banned on so many accounts. I don't know, like, dog, how many Hinge and Bumbles and Instagram accounts have we got burned through? But
a lot, man.
Basically, we try our best to source girls through Instagram. And please don't ask Myron or Fresh about it. Please don't ask me about it. But in the future, there's going to be something really cool come out where we're going to have a technology that will scrape a large list of Instagram women in your area. And it will use AI technology to use face recognition and rate them and eliminate all the garbage, eliminate the men, the super ugly chicks, the photos where no face was detected. And it won't be 100%, but you could basically pull up a list of, I don't know, XYZ number of girls, hot girls. And the AI won't be perfect, but most of them will be attractive that live in Miami, Cincinnati, Rio de Janeiro, wherever you are. And remember we talked about, being niche hot, how, it's very hot to be, some of you guys are, hot to all girls overall, but, it's better to be like kind of like niche hot. It becomes a volume game at that point. To make an analogy to marketing, cold email, for you guys that don't know what it is, cold email is when you email a business that says, hey, I know you do YouTube and I could make shorts. I could turn your long form YouTube videos and publish them into shorts and you'll get a lot of growth on TikTok. And I had to do that. 99 out of 100 guys are going to ignore you, but you send 100 cold emails a day, 500, 1,000. So many successful businesses have been scaled 100% on cold email. It's a really hot thing. And I realized I had an epiphany moment when, okay, cool. I'm a 6 out of 10 objectively, but I'm niche hot to maybe 3, 4, 5, 10% of girls. But if I can, message or contact a lot of girls, eventually I'm going to hit some of the girls that I'm niche hot to. And I can automate the whole thing either with a software or an online dating virtual assistant, which is a service I do for Myron. I don't really like to do that service. It's like a VIP service for like really elite clients only. You can message me about it, but I don't even know if I want to, take on someone like that. But the sourcing on Instagram is the greatest thing since sliced bread, because all the things I said, you get to use video, you get to find girls that aren't active on dating apps and just overall have less guys coming at them. And let Fresh be the best testimonial. Like 75 to 80% of the girls you've dated in the last few years have been from IG, right? Yeah,
it's funny because I get a lot of flack for being not good looking, not the tallest, not the best in shape, which I get it, is what it is. But one thing they can't say about me is that I don't get girls. So I figured out for myself what works for me. My advantage is I am black, thank God. And, in some cases, I'm an issue because I am in certain places where me being black, lifestyle-wise, they're seeing like the vibe, so to speak, is a turn on. And it looks like I'll get the chance at least, right? I'll get a chance to go on a date with this woman, and with my personality, my charm, so to speak, it's a win-win for me no matter what. But the most important thing is that I get the chance. I'm there getting the interaction because they see the profile, they say, okay, this guy's worth responding to, and I get to choose. I can DM 20 girls, 2 in Vegas, 2 in Miami, 2 in Texas. Shit, I'm traveling to San Diego tomorrow. Guess what I did? Sent some DMs out ready, got some responses. So the option with Instagram is you have choice and you can create it how you want it to be from the beginning. You're creating your own avatar, your own character for yourself to get results. And it can be for business or dating. And what Casey did was he put this actually in a program, step by step, through videos and receipts, so you can see, okay, guys, complete the system. Once it's set up, you just maintain it, and you get leads constantly. And the biggest thing that we're gonna do now, guys, we're gonna add to you guys stock trading. We're gonna add as well dating and as well crypto, all in CastleClub Premium, all in one shop. Noble, real quick, run them through what's happening now with CastleClub and the expansion for CastleClub for all our members.
Yeah, guys. So I have 2 exciting announcements for you guys. The first announcement is we got a new Discord for you guys.
Let's go!
Yep. In the Discord, you'll be able to post clips you want the guys to react to for Fresh and Fit News. You'll have easier access to local CastleClub members and generals in your area. And this is going to be your new hub for the calls with Fresh and Myron. So, like, those Zoom calls, they're going to be in Discord now, and they're going to be easier to get to. During after hours, we're going to post a link where you can connect your Discord account to your CastleClub email. It's still in beta, so give it like 2 days to go and add you to the Discord, but after Friday, all the kinks should be worked out. Shout out to Slagathor for getting this done for us. You know, he worked on this really hard.
Shout out to you, bro.
It was like a really short time frame we gave him, so shout out him. And then my second announcement for you guys is, like Casey was talking about, we have a new thing called CastleClub Premium. CastleClub Premium is only available to CastleClub members. In CastleClub Premium, we'll be diving deeper into dating with Casey. He has over 75 videos talking about IG and dating game. It's like over 12 hours plus of content. You'll learn crypto from our friends Dollar Cost Crypto, Miguel and Charlie.
Shout out to him.
Yep. And then next week we'll be introducing a Master of Markets, Run It Up 858. So you'll get introduced to him, and he'll be teaching you guys stocks.
So we're gonna get your dating handled, your money handled with crypto and at stocks, and get your Instagrams up and really help you guys improve in many different ways. And we'll be doing these Zoom calls about once a week. But go ahead, keep going, bro.
Yep. And then to join CastleClub Premium, we have a link in the description to WAP. When you sign up to WAP, make sure you use the same email as CastleClub.
Yeah.
Because we need to match it to approve you for the waitlist. And that's everything I got for
And
you
it's
guys.
only open to CastleClub members. You're going to get a discount on Casey's dating course coming through CastleClub. And it's a subscription-based monthly, guys. So you won't have to pay some ridiculous amount of money, $200, $300, $400, $500. No, fuck that. We're going to give you guys continuous coaching per month. And it's only going to be
$65.
boom. And you get access to all that stuff. And it's going to be a monthly subscription, guys, $65. And you're paying for CastleClub. So we're talking about $100 a month altogether. And you're going to have access where we do these Zoom calls, specifically with getting your dating profile up, text game, all that stuff. Like the details that you guys want, that these special details, like intricate details on how to run your Instagram and everything else like that. It's there, subscription-based, so it's way more affordable. You could cancel anytime and get the value that you need. Because here's the thing. Things are always changing in the dating market. There's always new things with Instagram. Rules are changing, everything else like that. The markets are changing, whatever. So we really want to give you guys value. Now, with that said, for all the guys that are in CastleClub normally, you're still going to get Zoom calls as well.
Yep.
But for this dating stuff and for the stocks and the crypto stuff, this is going to be at CastleClub Premium. But you guys are still going to have access to us with the Zoom calls. And you're also going to have access to the city groups, etc., at the regular CastleClub. It's just that we're going to move everything over to Discord and not move over to and not be on Telegram anymore. So all the groups are going to move over
to Discord,
guys, because on Discord it's just a way better user face. We're able to kind of see everybody there. So from a management perspective and also from a user perspective, it's going to be a lot easier for you guys too.
And we could talk to as well.
And we could talk in there as well. So we can like literally do voice spaces, kind of like on Instagram. Like on Twitter, where we could do that versus Telegram. We can't do that
at all.
So and Discord's a lot easier to use.
And Casey, just tell them real quick what you offer and why this is so good, because you're getting 2 things for one.
Yeah, so you get my course, which is Modern Dating Mastery, and the coaching aspect of it as well. And I believe, Fresh, you're going to be on the dating coach calls as well, right?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, so I won't get too far into this because this might be above a lot of people's heads. But what we're going to do, what the main goal of this program is, and I do teach some general cold approach stuff, confidence building, voice, eye contact, how to have a strong masculine frame. And there's stuff in there. But the main focus is this, right? Think about a rental property. You buy it, You got to fix it up. It could be a lot of work. New HVAC, new paint, landscaping. But once the rental property is up, there's always little issues, right? But it generates cash flow. You put the work in, it generates cash flow month after month after month, semi-passive income, right? I have a similar system with dating. I call it the high status profile, the things where you're very attractive, right? You're well dressed, you're in the proper environments, you're catfishing a little bit, cheating a little bit to make yourself more attractive, getting physique shots, all that stuff, all that cool lifestyle stuff. And it is a bit of work. It's not easy, but you can follow the course material and create that high status profile that's attractive to women. Or we can do photo shoots where we can just do the whole, that sounds like too much work. We'll talk about that later. We can just do the whole, build your whole fucking social media from start to finish. We'll talk about these premium photo shoots in a second. And then once that high status profile is set up using a virtual assistant, or what's coming soon, AI and apps, and maybe a month or two, to then volume game, volume. Because remember, we talked about, you don't have to be hot, you just got to be niche hot. So you got to put this profile until, like, let's say you're, I don't know, a big, tall, hairy guy with tattoos, and you're chubby, but you also got a lot of muscle mass, but you got kind of this pug, ugly, mean face. That's not attractive to most girls, but some girls going to be like, he looks dangerous, he looks scary, he looks like a protector, and I want to mix my DNA with his because he would be a strong protector. So it becomes about, a game of this. Build a very high status, very attractive profile, and then use some type of automation where either a virtual assistant or in the future AI is putting that profile in front of as many women as possible. You're getting a lot of matches, you're getting a lot of DMs, and then I won't get into this, but a brutally ruthless and effective, like a full copy and paste text messaging system to screen out the vast majority of girls that are there to just flirt and waste your time but not go on a date. Quickly identify the girls that are not time wasters, get them on a video call, and make beautiful babies with them happen from there.
And I just want to be clear about this, guys. So if you're in CastleClub already, you're going to continue to get what you've got. Nothing changes for you. You're going to be in the city groups. You're going to be in the telegrams, etc. We're just going to move it all to Discord. But don't worry, your grandfather in. You don't got to worry about anything. It's going to stay the same. If you want to get hands-on Zoom calls on crypto, stock trading, and getting this Instagram mentorship, which is going to be live training with you guys, holding your hands through this, etc.
Step by step.
2 times a month. Right, as well as the crypto stuff, etc. So basically, every week, CastleClub Premium is going to have a particular dedicated Zoom call to whether it'll be maybe the first week will be crypto, second week will be Instagram and dating, then next week will be stocks, then the week after that will be Instagram and dating again and using dating apps, etc. And we'll rate your profiles, kind of like what we did here, but we'll go into way more detail.
Yeah.
To put you up with photographers, all that stuff we're gonna hold your hand. So that's why it's called CastleClub Premium. But nothing changes, guys, from what you already have. This is for the guys out there that are like, all right, I want to take this to the next level. I want to go ahead and maximize my dating, get better results, etc., and have someone hold my hand real time on Zoom calls. Most people do this. They have a course, they sell the course, and never talk to you again.
Yep.
They don't actually hold your hand through the process and talk to you real time. You need to do this, you need to do that. Okay, this girl messaged you this, you do this. Like, that's what we're gonna do. We're literally gonna take your hand and hold it through the entire process, and you can stay in as long as you need to really kind of until you understand this stuff. We will be the training wheels for you guys, and this is for the guys that kind of want to do this from a more serious perspective. $100 a month covers everything. You get your CastleClub membership, $65 to get access to the dating stuff, the crypto, and everything else like that. Case will be in these Zoom calls, literally holding your hand, whether you're here in the United States or you're here or you're a passport bro. We can have all these calls when it comes to dating 2 times per month, holding your hand throughout the entire process. I'm talking going through text threads. You can dealing with different things, how to properly go on dates, dealing with LMR, all this stuff we'll do in the Zoom calls for you guys, maximize your profile, taking pictures, etc. It's all going to be there at a higher level, and we hold your hand through the process. It's individualized coaching with the guys in there. $100 a month, it's not that expensive for that, man.
And also, you're going to learn stocks and crypto.
And you still keep access to CastleClub, by the way. It's $35 for CastleClub, $65 for this add-on. Does that make sense, guys?
Yeah. And with the right stock picks, it pays for itself, honestly, 10 times over. So it just makes sense. But either way, CastleClub is here to stay. We're just upgrading the...
Because you guys keep asking us for DMs on demand.
Yeah.
So this is going to be a DMs on demand that's constantly improving, and you have a subscription-based service to it. We used to sell DMs on demand for like $500, $600, $700. No, this is way more affordable. You could be in it for a few months, pay $100, $200, and get everything you need. And you could unsubscribe if you want. It's fine, right? So, but it's only open to CastleClub members. It's not open to the general public. So we're going to definitely put the link in there for you guys in CastleClub to join in. And we'll probably do the first Zoom call, I'm thinking, next week. starting next week because Fresh has got to travel this week, but we'll start. And you guys are going to see with Casey how good he is at this stuff. Because
He does Myron's.
Was that?
He does your
Yeah,
stuff.
he does my stuff. Yeah, he does a lot of my stuff. So it's like, the guy's obviously, look, he's not much different than a lot of you guys watching the show right now. Average guy, not under 6 foot tall, pale, pasty, etc. Not super jacked or whatever. And he's out here killing it. You guys see the receipts that he has with these women. And he's been able to do this by having a refined system that allows him to, know what he's doing and kind of have, it's like creating a sales funnel, essentially, is what it is.
Yep. On steroids.
Yeah,
Casey.
and I'll just add on this super
Go ahead.
quick. I mean, I want to
please.
encourage you guys' dreams. I know there's a lot of trolls in the chat. There's a lot of people who they don't have the belief that this would actually work for them, or they're just super critical about, you'll never get more vitriol or hate online from when you become a dating coach. But just to wrap up and make it, really quick and obvious. I mean, look at me. Did you guys see the receipts? All the beautiful women that we showed at the beginning here. I'll show them again real quick as I just, wrap this up real quick. But again, Myron said, I'm 5 foot 10 and a half, 5 foot 11, something like that. I am like the definition of an average guy. There is nothing, it's not my body, not my face, nothing about me. Like if I can do it. Oh, and by the way, I used to do this in the US too. I used to, pick up girls in the US. And for anyone saying these are hookers, these are actresses, I picked up girls live with, Walter and Fresh. I picked up girls live with Austin Hallman. We'll be at like a mall in Brazil. Say, oh, look at that girl. Go walk by.
Yep.
I will, pick her up. She's like a legit beauty pageant winner. If you guys are seeing, I got a hair transplant now, but I used to be a balding ginger with skinny arms. If you can see a guy like me crushing it with all these baddies, why can't it be you? I mean, worst case scenario, it's $100. If it doesn't work for you, you only lost $100. But, I'm not really here to convince
You can cancel.
the trolls and stuff like that, the people who are just too negative and stuff. This is for the small percentage of people. I just want you to look, I've done it. Fresh has done it. We're not amazing physical specimens. We have the best, most cutting edge strategy in the world. And, I would really love, the chance to help you guys. I don't do this just for the money. It does really actually make me feel good to help out, the few guys.
And guys, you might be able to get the hang of this in a month, bro, and then you just cancel. It's really like a win-win, right? Versus like buying a course, right? And, paying this money and, kind of just getting maybe one Zoom call, whatever. This is recurring. You can stay in as long as you need to. You get access to all the other stuff. It's a premium service, guys. So you don't have to do it. If you're already in CastleClub, fine, no worries. But if you want to upgrade it and you want to kind of get your handheld with dating stuff, us going through your profile, etc., giving you a more tailored approach, that's how we do it. I think for $100, everything total is a pretty good price, especially with all the other coaching that you get.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, it's a premium service for the guys that are really serious about it. And if you don't want to do it, totally cool, man. Just stay at regular CastleClub, and you're still going to get the same stuff that you've been getting. Nothing is going to be taken from you guys. We're just going to be moving the Telegram chats into Discord because it's going to be a lot easier to use, more effective, and we can do the group speak, the group chat, like the group conversations, which is pretty cool on Discord. Oh, and then the link, guys, is in CastleClub right now. The CastleClub Premium, the link is in there, and it's also in the chat as well. It's in the chat and in CastleClub. And, yeah, man, like I said before, you guys have been asking for DMs on demand. We got something way better, cheaper, more affordable, more tailored approach. I understand it's not for everybody, but, a lot of you guys have been asking for the DMs on demand stuff. So this is going to be an updated version that's going to be recurring where you're constantly getting new information, new updates, new strategies,
and coaching,
etc. And coaching, real fucking time.
Real time.
We will be on these Zoom calls holding your hand throughout the process. Yo, this girl left me on scene. What did I do? We'll go and look at your fucking DM thread and see what you did wrong. Oh, we'll look at your pictures and tell you these are wrong. We'll put your pictures into Photo Feeler for you and show you why you're fucking up. So we'll recommend you photographers. We literally have a photography service that we'll offer to you guys as well if you want to work with Casey directly and take a photo shoot like I did. You guys saw my photos. So, it's really a premium tailored service to help the guys out there that want more help or want a more structured approach to what they're doing and have a little bit of extra, spend money that they're willing to invest in themselves. So,
Casey, where can I find you, bro?
Yeah, I'm Redbeard Rants or Redbeard Rants 1 on all platforms. It's just Redbeard Rants on YouTube. Definitely check it out there. And you can just, look, subscribe to the YouTube channel and decide if this is right for you, decide if I'm full of shit, watch some of my free trainings. Actually, within Castle Club, maybe even within the free version, we'll talk about this with Noble. Some of my best trainings we can probably put in there too for free, and then you can make the judgment of this guy is full of shit and his strategy sucks ass, or damn, like I can really see now that he's taking 45 minutes screen sharing and because this is like the light fluff version, but when you actually see this stuff either from my YouTube or the free courses that we have in there, you can make a decision. But yeah, Redbeard Rants 1 on Instagram. Definitely go to my Instagram if you want to see the craziest amount of receipts, big booty Latina booty shaking, just
You be going crazy, bro.
hot ass chicks. Yeah, Redbeard Rants 1 or just Redbeard Rants on Instagram. I have a TikTok, but I don't upload it. And yeah,
we can show us Instagram now if you want, bro.
What's up?
We can show you Instagram right now.
Okay, sure, I'll do it.
Want.
Yeah, and then big thanks to my brothers from slightly more melanated mothers, Fresh and Fit.
Shout out to you, man.
Yeah, super grateful for you guys. It's a dream come true to finally be, official, business partners or whatever with you guys. Yeah. Owen Cook. I mean, I have either befriended or collabed with or, in some capacity connected with all the top guys in this industry. Yeah, I mean, I understand as I'm screen sharing, it doesn't play, probably plays back a little bit choppy. But if you just want to see,
I can't see it right now.
You can't see it?
Okay, no, I see it. There we go.
Okay. Yeah, I think there was just a bit of a delay on my end, but yeah, it's just and in the comments, oh my god, it's just angry women in the comments like he couldn't get laid in his home country. Never mind that I was a successful pickup artist, guest or what do you call it? Part-time guest instructor for Real Social Dynamics. I've met Mystery and all the top guys in the industry and in some capacity. And with the old school pickup artists, I've worked with them or at least assisted on boot camps in some way. Never mind that, but he's paying all these girls. Like the comments are just jokes anyways. And it's just, I mean,
And
a
here's
lot of
the thing.
guys, let's be real.
Look, guys, this is what we're going to do. For some of you guys that are skeptical, no problem. Just give it a week. We'll show you guys some results, and then you guys can decide what you want to do. I mean, I get it. A healthy skepticism is great. Let us earn your trust. No worries. We'll probably be bringing Casey on recurrently, maybe even for next week. And we'll show you guys like some of the guys that we've helped, some of the profiles we've improved, and let us go ahead and show you guys what we can do. You know what I mean? Like, be skeptical, totally cool. I don't have a problem with that. But we'll show you guys. You know what I mean?
That's fine.
So
Yeah.
All right,
So,
we got a show
again,
with After Hours
big
right now
thanks
coming
to you
up.
guys, and yeah, what's up?
So real quick, chats.
link for the Castle Club guys premium is in Castle Club right now at the top. Go ahead and get in there. Sign up with the same email that you use for Castle Club, and we'll get you in, and then we'll start the Zoom calls. Will begin next week with Casey and the squad.
Check right now. Yeah, we got some people
Okay, we'll read some chats.
joining
All
right
cool.
now, actually.
Let's join. Shout out to all you guys that are joining.
Shout out to all you guys.
Any Rumble rants or anything?
Yeah, some chats here. I mean, this is the utmost sincerity. Fresh Diddy's skit on yesterday's stream was hilarious. Take that first to go.
I'm telling you, bro.
Shout out to B-Rob. CEO
Listen,
Network
man.
in the building by Lord Goes. I just wanted to thank Fresh for encouraging me during the meetup. I have just started my business and obtained my first client. I never thought I would be an entrepreneur at 21. I never need any help. Tech related, I'm your guy. Shout out to you, Lord.
Shout out to you, brother. Forgot you, man.
Malachi. Hey, shout out everyone on the podcast, WCO Network, and this comes from Girls Vision, Castle Club, and Casey. Hit me up on Instagram for getting y'all's pictures. Much needed upgrade.
Yes,
Got
he's
you.
a top level photographer.
Yep.
Girls Vision. He's in our network as well. Shout out to you, brother.
He goes, rate my IG, J Bro Hogans. Did we hit him?
You know what? Let's save that and do it on Castle Club.
Because we got a bunch.
Save it.
It's a bunch of these, and I got
So,
it
bunch of the
saved.
Instagrams. We have them
So
saved?
keep all of them.
All right.
We're gonna do all the reviews on Castle Club. Me and Casey.
Yes,
All
I
right.
will.
Yeah,
Cool.
we got you,
y'all.
brother.
And what we might do is do a private stream on Castle Club for you guys.
Yes.
A Zoom call.
Only.
And then you guys can decide if you want to upgrade.
Yeah, we'll do the Instagram
do that
reviews
for y'all,
and then
yeah.
put it there as well.
We'll do that for y'all. We'll do a free Zoom call with y'all where literally for all the Castle Club members, and you can decide if it's of value to you.
Yep.
I have a hygiene question for you, fellas. So I currently have a rotation of 3 women. However, one of the women I am dealing with smells down there. Oh, shit. This is crazy because she has over 300K followers and a legit 8 out of 10. How do I tell her in a way that she needs to wash properly? The back shot wins are ruthless when that air goes up to my nose. But, of course, I'm a ninja, so I still finished and busted.
Bro, you trolling?
I don't know if this dude is trolling or not,
Yo,
bro.
but keeping it real, bro.
Just tell her.
Usually a bad odor means either she's not
4.
keeping that maintained or niggas are busting nuts in there.
Yeah.
So like, bro,
You got bigger issues, bro.
yeah, dude. Is she's on Instagram girl that's famous? Yeah, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, she had 3 or 4. We got a couple Instagrams.
Elbow
From
Ace,
Chief
I got you,
Vodka,
bro.
Elbow Ace, Travon Sucky. Don't worry, we're
I got
screenshotting
it.
all of these right
Guys,
now.
we got you.
Mo has them.
With a Zoom call.
Stoic Convict goes, you're not going to like this, but I'm objective as can be. Platforming niggas telling me to be a feminine as a woman and edit pictures the way he editing them is a fucking L. This is why so many of us don't claim red pill. Absolutely ridiculous behavior. And you know this, Myron. Cold approach is literally make bitches moist and fun on the first night. You either get it or you don't. A lot of you niggas are cooked for life. Just find a loyal girl and have children is the most commendable thing a man can do.
If only it was that easy, bro. If only
Let
we
me-
can all
can I
go-
respond to this one?
Okay, hold on. If only we can go out today on the street, find a wife type material girl, and she falls in love with us day one, super easy.
And here's the thing, bro. No one said not to cold approach. Like, where do you get this idea that we said not to cold approach? We're saying you need to augment your strategy. You need to be on Instagram. You need to be on dating apps. You need to be on cold approaching day and night. Like, you need to have as many funnels as you can get to bring leads in. Like, we're not telling you not to cold approach, bro. Like, I don't know why when we explain one technique, you guys assume that we're disqualifying others.
Yeah. Also, your type of girl may not even be in your city. And to me, it's like, I want what I want. Fucking, if I want to go to Colombia,
Yeah, bro.
Brazil,
You don't want to leverage social media? That's cool. That's on
online.
you. That's fine. But like, there's other people that definitely should do it. You know what I mean? So anyway,
Yeah.
Casey, do you have something you want to say back to that before we?
I was just gonna say, yeah, basically this thing is like, okay, so if you have this notion that men being so obsessed with their looks and what angle and what expression and what pose should I make and how am I gonna touch it up and do I look prettier this way and how should I smile is a little bit femme, a little bit gay. Yes, you're right. But you know what's even more gay? Not having sex with women.
Yo,
You know what I'm
Don
saying?
DeMarco.
Like, you got to adapt with the times, bro. Like, listen, I think it's weird to check my cell phone 200 times a day, but we all do it. It's going to be weird to merge with the machines and put an AI chip in your head at some point, but we're going to have to do it. You can adapt or die, and day game cold approach is the purest form of game. It's the love of my life, but the ROI on it for your time
It's
can be
low.
really shit. If you're only going for super quality girls, you could be trolling the malls and the streets for a really long time before you find girls. A lot of
It's
the girls
not
are
scalable,
bitchy and
bro.
not receptive.
Cold approaching
And-
isn't scalable, my friend. That's the other problem
we
too.
literally have an automated system. Like Myron, it was easier when he had a working Instagram account. But like Myron, when I first, before we pass it off to Jake is amazing. Jake may probably even better than me, who now runs. I subcontracted the work to Jake. Shout out to Jake. But when we first got started and I first got your Hinge, bro, I got you laid twice in the first week. All out of you didn't have to do shit.
Yeah, it worked out.
Bro.
It worked out great. I didn't have to do shit.
You know what's funny?
I just finished off the conversation.
I'll tell you this, right? A girl I was dating hit me up and was like, yo, is your friend on Hinge? I'm like, huh? She's like, yeah, that's his profile. My sister hit him up. What? Remember I told you? That shit was hilarious, bro. That's crazy. She told you on Hinge, bro.
Yeah. And
That's funny.
Yeah. But what else do we got here for chats?
Okay, what's
And then we'll
next?
close this thing out because Chris in here rushing us. Where do we meet good women who aren't X304s? Ooh,
My
gonna be
friend,
tough.
it's a numbers game. So if you don't want to cold approach,
We got Juice Crew Network. Okay, we got your
keep that
Instagram
one.
saved.
Already got it.
thank you, Mo.
What else? What do you think about dating in Malaysia and Japan? Which one is better? A Alamo says, WFNF, thanks for the great content for empowering men. What's the best way to get professional pics during social meetings with others for social proof, as you guys discussed? Do we hire a photographer, get a professional camera, or what? So it does seem we'd get a professional photographer, man. Or a lot of times at these events, there'll be one there.
Hit up Girls
And then-
Vision.
And then, yo, you said Malaysia or Japan?
What do you
I don't
think,
know.
Casey?
Have you been to either one, Casey?
What do you think?
No, I have a fetish for Japan, but I think their culture's so cool. So I would say Japan, but I have no idea what I'm talking about, bro.
Go
But
check
I
out our
think
guy,
Japan's
Modern
so
Life
cool.
Dating. He talks about
MLD
Japan all
knows.
the time. He's in Japan.
Yeah, he's there right now, actually.
What else do we got?
Shout out to the subs, man. We're almost at our goal for subs on Twitch.
Shout out to you guys.
All right.
Who's up next? That's it?
Well, that last super chat, yeah, we explained exactly how to do the photos in the course, or you can just take a photo shoot with us. Which Myron, yeah, future shows we can go more in depth of like, but it's the big shortcut. It's a premium thing. It's not cheap, but if you're like, I don't want to watch a course and go through all these modules, learn it myself, bro, we'll just do all the photos for you.
Boom.
All right.
All right, guys.
After hours?
Yeah, we're gonna start after hours here in a little bit, guys. We'll be Chris, call it. Shortly. Okay, so give us like 20 minutes or so, guys, just so we can get everything set up, etc. Bring the girls in, etc. And like I said before, guys, just so you guys know, quick recap. Castle Club is going to stay the same. We're going to be switching the chats over to Discord. So if you're already in Castle Club, don't worry. You will stay and get everything that you've already been getting. We're adding on a premium service where you will get access to Casey, get access to Fresh, helping with your dating profile, helping with your texting, etc., where they're going to hold your hand on Zoom calls twice per month. Also, we're throwing on top of that Charlie
Stock
from
expert.
Miguel and a stock expert to help you guys 1 week with crypto and then another week with stocks. So 4 weeks in a month, a typical month can go like this. First week, dating and Instagram and dating apps, etc., texting, all that. Next week will be Miguel from Dollar Cost Crypto. Next week after that will be dating again with Fresh and Casey, and then after that will be stocks. Right?
Yes.
That's how a typical month might look. So every week you'll have something to look forward to on some type of coaching where we hold your hand throughout the process. And then for the people that are in the regular Castle Club, don't worry, you'll have access to everything, Discords, and we'll still do our Zoom calls with you guys, the general ones where we just answer open Q&A.
Live Q&A.
So nothing changes, guys. This is just for the guys that want a little bit more, want a more hands-on approach with someone like a Casey who's really good at what he fucking does. I mean, he runs my dating stuff for me.
Expert.
That should tell you guys something. So, yeah. Other than that, we'll be back, guys, in a little bit. Casey, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thanks, brother.
And stay tuned for After Hours here in a little bit, guys.
Yeah, no, thank you guys.
Peace.
out.